I want ocean to survive.
Looking at the sea and the creatures in them, I feel mysterious.
When I was young, my father said, I want to keep this wonderful nature.
A spotless, clean, colorful reef.
An amazing ecosystem with unusual and diverse creatures. Even its existence makes everyone a deeply healing space. Human selfishness and their self-centered behavior destroy ocean quickly.
It is hard to explain how it's deeply impressive not before seeing by yourself.
I wish I could see the ocean forever. That is essential and inevitable in our lives. Blue Marine, the campaign to keep a continuous circulation. The Blue Marine project is sponsored by Atomy, a leading global eco-friendly company. Zero plastic. Spreading the global eco-friendly culture. Restoring the marine environment. It is not complicated to make a beautiful ocean.
We all want clean blue ocean to survive.
Hello everyone, welcome to Bees to Bees, where we kickstart your journey to success. My name is Huey, and today I will be touching on the topic of Atomy and sustainability. Now, before we start, seeing as today is the first episode, I'd like to explain what this segment is all about. Education has always been at the heart of Atomy's business, and it's amazing how so many have benefited from the various seminars and workshops that Atomy Singapore has organized thus far. Locally, we have been very much attuned to dedicating our weekends for such events, but how many of you know that it can get a little bit tiring having to run all week without rest? Yes? Before we even get to take that break, we find ourselves caught in the rigor and rhythm to run our business again. Won't you agree with me that we need some downtime to reflect on ourselves and our progress thus far? Isn't that the starting point for our life scenario as well? With the new week comes new opportunities for fresh perspectives, and this is exactly the purpose of Bees to Bees. The program aims to provide an overview, insights, and analysis of key issues in the world around us, and how it relates or could possibly change the way we do our business in Atomy. In the company, we constantly emulate the busyness of bees and in the way we work, but this morning gives us a fresh opportunity to pause, ponder, and perceive how these global trends can and will affect the way we do our business. With that, I now formally welcome you this morning to our inaugural Bees to Bees on Good Morning Atomy Singapore. Now, sustainability is a much talked about topic these days, and everyone seems to be rather concerned about it. Why is that? I'm sure everyone is aware of the problem of global warming and how its effects have already been set in motion on our planet. I too myself do consciously use eco-friendly straws, but are such small changes in our everyday habits enough to cool off our planet's rising problem? Let's find out. Despite the UN's Paris Agreement being adopted by 196 parties some 5 years ago in November 2016, efforts to curb the greenhouse gas emissions still fall short on the UN's goal of reaching a climate-neutral world by mid-century. A climate-neutral world is one where our world's global temperature will no longer increase as a result of all human activity on Earth. Currently, we are on track to a devastating increase of 3 to 4 degrees Celsius by the end of this century if we continue to make no effort to change the way we interact with the environment. Beyond the polar ice caps melting, a more pertinent example closer to home as a result of global warming is the increase in droughts and floods, which is disastrous for agriculture and food supply chains. Just this year in January, we saw firsthand the effects of the floods in Malaysia last year in December. Food supplies, especially leafy vegetables, were disrupted prior to the Chinese New Year celebrations, and many would testify to a price hike in their everyday essentials during that period. Did you know that as geographically tiny as we are, based on our last recorded emission amount in 2017, Singapore produces about 0.11% of the world's greenhouse gases? Now, that may not seem like a lot, but that amount is almost a quarter of the total emissions produced when compared to some of our larger northern neighbours, and the figure is 5 or 6 times more in proportion when compared to some of our friends in ASEAN. The number does seem a little more alarming now, doesn't it? Now, in relation to the business of global warming, you may have heard of this term ESG. What does it mean or stand for? Well, ESG is short for Environment, Social and Governance. Simply put, it is a modern metric or index used to measure a company's environmental and ethical impact based on its business goals. While the term is largely used in an investing context, it is also indicative of a company's attention to its sustainability practices. Companies in Singapore are increasingly being held accountable to their impact on the environment, and many will soon have to embrace climate reporting as a result of this index. Now, with all of this new knowledge, what does it actually mean for us in the way we do business in Atomy? Well, I'm glad that you asked. How many of you still remember the video we watched earlier? Leave your answers in the live chat if you know. How did I forget to mention we will be giving prizes for our most attentive viewers? Yes, I do see some answers in the chat. And yes, some of you have gotten it right. The video is indeed the Blue Marine campaign video, created by none other than Atomy. Now, I know that some of us have seen this video several times, but do we actually know how it came about? See, Atomy is one of those companies very much concerned with the environment, and we want to be as eco-friendly as possible in all that we do. The Blue Marine campaign recognizes how vital our oceans are to our daily lives and the efforts Atomy globally is undertaking to help preserve the sanctity of our oceans. Adopting a zero plastic approach, Atomy is progressively changing our product packaging to be more eco-friendly as well. One such minute change that goes a long way is the switch of materials of our packaging fillers in delivery boxes, from plastic to paper. In just Singapore alone, an average of 30,000 deliveries are made every month, and every month we would easily be looking at about 124 kilometers of plastic waste if we laid them down sheet by sheet on our roads. Annually, You could literally wrap the island around in plastic almost 7 times. Now, can you imagine the impact of this change in the rest of our branches around the world? In order to do something we've never done before, we've got to think and visualize what we've never seen before. It's a well-known fact that the cosmetics industry is one of the biggest offenders of our planet's environment. About 70% of the waste generated comes from packaging, and more than 120 billion units of plastic, fibers, glass, metals end up in landfills all around the world. Is it even possible then to create a beauty or cosmetic product that leaves no trace of waste? The answer is yes. As Kim has presented earlier on, one of our featured products in today's episode is the Marine Ampoule Gel Mask. Now, this is another example of Atomy Sustainability approach, which is to create sustainability by design. The Marine Ampoule Gel Mask is truly a zero waste product, as you can use it from start to finish, and the reason you are able to do this is because of the design of the product. The Marine Ampoule Gel Mask represents a shift in the philosophy of product design here at Atomy. For most other masks out there in the market, the film is discarded after one use, which contributes to the piling waste problem we already have. However, with the focus on creating a product that is both eco-friendly in nature and leaves little to no trace of waste at the end of its use, the Marine Ampoule Gel Mask is truly a pioneer of sustainable design in the beauty products industry. Beyond products, our Atomy Lifestyle Centers here in Singapore have also been pivotal in contributing to our company's sustainability efforts here. There are many members with exceptional creative talents that have used the packaging from old or used products and recrafted them into beautiful art pieces here. Wow! You have to visit some of our centers to admire these creations. There are also future plans for our lifestyle centers to act as collection centers for our used Atomy products. As many of our products' packaging are transitioning to PET plastic containers, having a centralized collection point for these recyclable plastics is the starting point for a circular economy. An economy that isn't driven by profit, but by sustainability. In his speech at the Singapore-China Trade and Investment Forum in November 2021, Minister for Trade and Industry, Mr. Gan Kim Yong, said that there are new opportunities in the green economy, highlighting that those who embrace sustainability quickly will reap first mover advantages. We have already seen how Atomy already have been moving towards green technology and consequently green finance. With all these efforts, don't you think that Atomy's ESG rating should rank pretty high? Yes. By taking ownership of the environment around us and leveraging technology for innovation, Atomy is committed to sustainable business practices. Now, won't you want to invest your time and money in Atomy? We all owe our planet the life that we have right now, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, and the air that we breathe. Now is the time that we show our sincerity and gratitude by taking care of this wondrous world we live in. I'm Diamond Master Huey, and together, let's join the sustainable movement today.